Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Probably Fixed It. In this episode, I'm actually here in the Austin area helping take care of my dad. So I decided, well, let me see if I can find a project nearby. So I picked up the cheapest non-working lawnmower I could find in Facebook and drove to Dripping Springs, Texas to pick it up and bring it back over here. And I'm gonna see if I can get this thing running with just this simple Harbor Freight Icon tools, some brake cleaner. They don't even have any gasoline around here, so I just picked up some TrueFuel at the local store, and then maybe a small little bag of tools. I'm trying not to get into this, but this is a small bag of tools that you typically find in any grandma's house. So I do have my spark tester because I threw it in the truck with me, but I'm gonna try not to use that. But we're gonna see if we can get this thing up and running with just this minimal amount of stuff. We're not gonna be able to do a test cut because, as you can see, they have AstroTurf for grass. But we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this thing and see if we can get it started. I was told it does not run, and I confirmed it does not run, but I also confirmed that it has 0 gas in it. So let's go ahead and just do a quick check. I don't have all my stuff here, so some things will be a little bit abbreviated, but I kind of want to show you what you can do with limited items. So inside that gas tank, there is no fuel in there. That's a good sign. Check the oil. It has oil and it looks pretty, doesn't look too dirty, so we're good there. And honestly, it looks like it has a relatively newer spark plug on it, but it doesn't start. And I do have a little bit of a concern about if this thing's even working. So let me go find a place to put this thing and give her a couple test polls and see what she sounds like. So since she doesn't have any fuel, I think one of the first things I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do is open this package here with my pocket knife that I happen to have. And we'll get into here. We'll check the fuel line. Looks fresh on this too. I think this may not be a great deal for me because it looks like someone might have tried to fix this already, and we may be in a pickle. And also, when I picked it up, the guy had a lot of lawnmowers lying around his property, so this might have been one that he gave up on. So this may be a challenge. Let's see if we can get this thing running with these few items we have. I'm gonna pull the carb cover off, pull the air filter out, give it a little shot of brake clean for some flammable, some combustible, and see if it'll pop off. And that'll tell me if we have spark and enough compression, and maybe the valve timing is good enough to run. So let me go ahead and open this and get this off, and I'll get back with you guys. This is a nice little set I got from Harbor Freight, little tool set, kind of all in one. Has a little case. It's got your ratchet sockets and bits, and I think this may be a good little make nice to fit and leave in the car for quick stuff. Boat. It's made by Icon, has a lifetime warranty on it, and it's a little 1/4-inch drive set from Harbor Freight. It's got a real good locking mechanism on it as well. Let's see what we got here. A little handle. I'm grabbing my cheater so I can see what I'm doing. Got lucky, first one I grabbed. 5/16. Go ahead and open this up. Alright. Air filter's not terrible. Let's see if she'll pop off with some little bit of brake clean in there. Using this CRC Brake Clean. I really should use some kind of starter fluid. This looks like it has a new carburetor on it too. I really am a little nervous. Let's see if she pops off for us real quick. I feel like I'm hearing something. Put a little bit more in there. I wonder if that stuff's even flammable. I do have this, which I've used in the past. I know it's flammable. We got nothing. All right, well that wasn't real promising, because you kind of want to know you have spark. Spark plug looks new. So right now, after pulling this a handful of times, I don't think she's getting any spark. Normally I throw a spark plug tester in there and kind of see. I have one but that's not part of the challenge, so I'm trying to avoid having that, because not everybody has that on hand. So let's see what else we can come up with. And if y'all have any suggestions along the way, please drop them as the video proceeds. I think I'm gonna check over here and make sure we're getting full engagement, or I actually make sure that safety is doing its job correctly. See if I have something to tie that up. I'm sure I can find some rope or something here. All right, I found like 5 zip ties in a random drawer in the house there, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this all the way. That cable looks like they tried to replace this cable, and it's pretty big, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this close like this. And this isn't really recommended. I'd rather use a spark tester to see if I have spark, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I have my pocket knife ready so I can shut this motor down if I need to. This is really frowned upon. Don't do this. Just pulling it real tight, and I just put that zip tie on there. All right, we'll see if that's far enough. Got my pocket knife. I'll give it another little spray. I don't think she's wanting to fire. All right, that's promising. Did I just put my butt right in the way of all that when I cut that off? Let's see if she starts back up for us without using that zip tie. So we know we got spark and it'll run. Guys, I think the only problem might have been this thing not fully engaging because of the cable length. So let me spray a little more. I sprayed a lot of carburetor cleaner in there. That's why it ran for so long. But I think I ran out now. So I'm gonna spray some more in there and try that test again, kind of see if it's repeatable. And if so, it may just be a matter of replacing this cable when I get back to. This will be a pretty quick video. A little bit of juice here, straight in there. See if we can fire her up. All right, guys, we got this one back and running. When we get, I'm gonna load this thing up in the back of my dad's little old. He has the car I'm driving back and forth from where I live to Austin is a little Honda CRV, just because it gets better fuel mileage. So we're gonna load this thing up in the car and replace this cable when we get back down to Houston. And I think she's a runner. I mean, she ain't pretty, but I can clean her up. I think that was the only problem with that, guys, is that cable is way too long, and she seems to fire up pretty good now. I'm not going to put any fuel in her because I'm going to transport her back home, and we'll continue working on this one there. But anyhow, look, with hardly any tools, and all I really used out of my toolkit was this 5/16, a zip tie, and my pocket knife, and we got it up and running. We'll just put it back together, and we'll do the air filter didn't look too bad either. So guys, if you like this kind of content, I do appreciate all the likes and comments and subscriptions, and go ahead and leave a comment on what I should do next to this mower, besides of course change that cable out, because like I said, I'm kind of up here away from my tools for the time being. I come back and forth from my neck of the woods. So anyway guys, thank you, appreciate you, like and subscribe.